wasn't really. The birth of this film is really interesting. It was two big reels, and I would take it to people who were in the distribution business in New York, and they would, by the time we got to the end of the first reel, the guy would turn on the lights in the projection booth, and everybody would be gone, just me. He'd say, "You want me to put the second reel on?" I say, "No, don't bother." So I was having trouble finding anybody to distribute it. They said, it's too ratty looking. I don't want to put that in my theater. So I didn't know what to do, and I knew there was an audience for it. I'd shown it at a few public forums, like YMCA things or whatnot, and the audiences were almost tearful. They were so excited to see this person that they idolized, to see him in a real life, you know. But I couldn't get anybody to distribute it as a film. And then a guy called me up and said, "I've been told you have a film I ought to see." And I would show it to the doorman if he could. So I said, "Come right down. So he came in and I showed him the film, and afterwards he said, "You know, it's exactly what I'm looking for. It looks like a porn film, but it's not." It turned out this guy had a huge string of porn theaters all over the West. And he said, "I'm going to give you my best theater in San Francisco," which was really a ratty-looking place. But I didn't know it at the time. It had a great name, and I thought, and it ran there for a year in just a 16 print. And it ran long enough so we could raise enough money to blow it up to 35. And then we opened in New York after about 6 months. And when it showed in New York, then it sort of took off. I mean, people wrote about it, and it actually, what surprised me was a big audience it had in Europe and in other parts of the world, in Australia. People would write and say, it found its way, and I...
How about London? Did you want London in England? Because it was shot in England.
Yeah, it played for years here, and I don't think we ever got $1 out of it. Well, I figured Dylan would say, "Well, what the hell's going on there? Where's the money?" I say, "Dylan, this is the price we pay for fame. We have to let English use it for nothing." He didn't take this very happily, but he agreed to it finally.
So Mr. Grossman and arguing on the phone again.
Jack.
I'm right down there.
What do you have